So after India announced their squad for the World T20, there weren't too many question marks and shocks, at least in my opinion, as people had a fair idea about the players that were going to be selected. However, there are still some players where you think, wow, India must have a good squad to leave them out. One of those is Rinku Singh, but another is one of cricket's generational talents, arguably one of the best 50 over batsmen in the world, and is the captain and talisman of his IPL franchise, and that is Shubman Gill. In this video we'll assess whether it was right to leave him out or not. So why did India leave him out? 1. India have a lot of top order players. When you have players like Rohit Sharma and the GOAT Virat Kohli, it's hard to find a place for anyone, especially as T20, probably more so than any format, is so specialised to certain positions. To bat 4, 5 and 6, it's not easy to transition to from opening. So with Kohli and Rohit being virtually undroppable, it was arguably between him and Jaiswal for that second opener spot. That leads on to point number 2. 2. He's similar to other players. We know that Kohli and Rohit tend to be slow starters who like to bat through, although Rohit has notably tried to improve this aspect, and Kohli has had a lot to say about his perceived strike rate, but you feel having someone like Shubman Gill would be much of a muchness at the top of the order for India, whereas Jaiswal is much more aggressive and offers that left-handed option that can unsettle teams. I think this can be borne out in the stats as well, as both have similar records this season, both having around 320 runs after 10 games at an average of 35. Jaiswal's strike rate is so much higher at 157 versus Gill's 141. Lastly, India are blessed with game changers. In other teams, when Gill couldn't get in as an opener, potentially he could slot in at 3, 4 or 5. But India have so many game changers in Sky and Pant, and those specialist players have shown much more ability to hit lower down the order than Gill, so rightly so, they get the nods. So that leads on to the question, was it actually right to drop him? Whilst it never feels right to leave someone like Gill out of the squad, I can't help but listen to what Harsha Bhogle has to say. The World T20 isn't the IPL, and whilst teams may bash 200 in the IPL, in a World Cup, having players with experience and know-how gets you so far. People have been saying drop Kohli or Rohit Sharma, but in those crunch moments it's invaluable to have players to call upon, especially if you consider someone like Kohli who has come up clutch so many times for India. So that's why, although it's disappointing to leave Gill out, I would agree with the decision, but let me know what you think in the comments.